Here we are. Hi everyone. Welcome. The pain in the ass that's gonna be my demise. Before we begin though, we have both Tiolier and Ansbach be summoned. So my question is, do I need to summon them to finish their quest lines? If somebody could go to Extra Life and check that for me, I would be very much thankful. Although, before we start again, disclaimer. Someone spoiled who the final boss is going to be for me. So I know it's Radahn. That's in the title. That's why we have these things equipped. We're gonna rot his ass, and then we're gonna kick it into oblivion. So the first attempt, we're gonna do it my own. Also, I got the rest of the Shadow Tree fragments. Where is... Because it's the body of Moog, I want to try using the shackle. If that changes anything. That said, let us begin.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song.
Yeah, I don't need to summon, that's good to know.
Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
There he is. And himself. With horns growing out of him. Nicholas Frankenstein the monster. Radahn's soul, Mo's body. Hopefully the shackle's gonna work. Okay. Fuck. Too many fucking meteors. And there we go. So far, not too bad. Don't need to have this on this marker any longer. I didn't even test the fucking shackle. Fantastic. I'm doing the ground counter. Oh, the jumping! There we fucking go! Shackle doesn't work. Oh, calm down there. You and your Godfrey-like moves. There we go. And phase 2. Don't mind the barking dogs.
Lord brother.
Miquella gonna come out?
At long last you are returned.
There he is. Dr. Frankenstein himself. Miquella.
Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us.
No.
To I, Miquella, and my promised consort, Radahn.
I'd rather not. You're a monster. Oh fuck, that's an AoE. Jesus Christ. Fuck me! How am I not dead? I'm alive. Can't run under him. Christ on a bike, that's something. The big bastard himself, the bitch and Griffith. Yup. That's exactly who it is. Miquella the Griffith. This is not. What does this do? No, but the power to resist. Maybe this is gonna do something. I gotta remember to try and rot him. Rot! Oh, fuck. Bro. That is one big ass AoE. I'll tell you that. The raw pots seem to work pretty well though. Okay, have all of them. All the rot pots. Right, he's gonna jump. There we go. Holy poise, Batman, yeah! Holy damage, Batman. Okay, that's a grab. How am I supposed to dodge that? Guard the G with the perfect guards. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not that hard to pull off once you learn how to do it. The problem is the after effects that come after a perfect guard means that I can't counter him. And that's a big problem. There we go. Jesus. Okay. Fuck me, I guess. Yeah, some of those swings are fake outs. I mean, yeah, it isn't really very smart use of the aromatic. It's like the obvious. I don't know how to dodge that, so I'm just gonna use the aromatic, take minimum damage. We were at 84, this makes it 89. We're gonna do the countdown for the deaths after I beat it. Jesus, okay, don't block that. I highly doubt it. Oh, fuck.
I promise you, a
What?
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
I guess this is where I use the rune. Well, I guess I don't need to use the rune. Miquella did, yep. So far, not too bad. Pretty annoying, I'll say that, but not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Actually, here's an idea. 65 frostbite. I managed to frost him. This is gonna be great. Yeah, that was the idea. I pressed dodge, but okay. Even if I'm close to him, it does that much damage? There we go. Thank you for the hydrate. All right. Let's beat his ass. I think the idea is I jump over that. Alright, perfect block that. I don't know how. He's rotted. Okay. I managed to rot phase 2. What was awesome, Danny boy? Thoughts on the boss? He's pretty difficult. I'll say that so far. Very annoying, all the after effects. Like, Mo had after effects, but the only way I can see dealing with that is double dodging. And double dodging in a boss fight is never good because it gives the boss an opportunity to roll catch you. And if the boss roll catches you, that is there is a little bit of a problem, because not only does it destroy the I'm gonna watch that later. But yeah, not only does it destroy any opportunity for offense in the boss fight, because these bosses are so aggressive, because they're so goddamn aggressive, they end up it just ends up being a, how do I put this? Because they are so aggressive and have so many combos, they end up, you end up only on the defensive and you can't do any damage to the boss. Alright, Danny boy. Open it up. Me.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
Fuck me. Seriously? That's the thing you wanted me to see? Come on now. You could have simply said, think fast, Chuckle Nuts, and I would have gotten it. Okay. Ha! I will say this though. The music is awesome. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Oh, he nabbed me.
Promise you.
I got me molested.
A voyage guided by compassion.
I got super molested. Okay, using that rune is a terrible idea. You can't move, and you can't, you know, it takes way too fucking long. Jesus Christ. actually one thing that I can do with this. Where is it? Is there anything that I can do with this? Be up directional? Guess I'm not gonna be restoring my thing. The holy liver. Now the question is whether to holy or... That's a tough question, isn't it? Actually, here's an idea. We put this on. How much do we... Not by much. Mine. So, just gonna do this like this for now. Actually, better yet, the meat dumpling here. I didn't mean to use that. Then I can put you here. Ooh, so that way I have more space. I didn't want to do that. Ah, Miquella's it again?
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion. Lord of the Old Order, let us go together.
What the? Heart stolen. Well, guess that makes it... Does it make it 10 or 11? That's why you use the room. Yeah, I'm aware. But that's the problem. The room takes too long to activate. And you can't move while you're activating it. Like, he gives you no opportunities. So when he's going down, I'm supposed to use it to dodge.
Guided by compassion.
Flashbang! Okay. All right. Now we're ready. If it's a 2v2 you want, it's a 2v2 you're getting. We can't mimic grabs. Nah. Am I on 12 or am I on 13? How many deaths so far? I would summon Tish, but it wouldn't help. Actually. That's an idea. We're gonna teach the fuck out. This. I'm gonna be taking a lot more damage though. But with Tish right there. Just this. Fuck, wrong thing. Tish, fuck. Press dodge.
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Fucking. Who cares? So Tish is not a good choice. Mimic's a better option. Okay, so that's the 3-hit combo. Of any calibration that needs to be done for Shadow of the Earth 3 is the camera distance. Yeah, definitely. That was a good attempt. I had 7 heals left. Mimic is pretty fucking good, isn't it? That all of Elden Ring would benefit from at least yeah. Placidu Sax, like specifically the dragon bosses and fire giant would benefit a lot from it. This. Let me check something. You stack with this. Yes, you do. Fantastic. Then I can just have this. And where is my... There you are. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Alright, it's a 2v2, it's a fair fight. Ah, I got Miquellasted!
You, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Get rotted, bitch. Oh, fuck, not the meteor again. Jesus Christ! I missed. There we go! Eat shit, motherfucker! It's mimic, mimic. It's the mimic, I used the tools the game gave me. What was over here? Oh yeah, my dumplings. Alright. Let's read that remembrance. 15 with Mimic, so I don't know, tackle another 10 deaths on it. Or double it if you want. Remembrance of a molester and a monster. I mean, a god and a lord. In their childhood, Miquella saw in Radahn a lord, his strength and his kindness, that stood in stark contrast with their afflicted selves. And so Miquella made his heartfelt wish that Radahn would one day be his king consort. I feel like that's a little weird. Because wasn't Miquella's obsession with Godwyn the Golden? Like, I even have the fucking epitaph that says it. Yeah, we got this. I got invaded by horns and offline. Infused with a humble prayer of a young boy, oh brother, Lord Brawler, please die through death. Yeah, it's Miquella. There are even statues of Miquella with Godwyn and Malenia, both the three of them together. And I know it's Godwyn because of the vestments. Radahn was always wearing armor. I guess we take a seat. Didn't get me molested on that fight. Oh, hello. Thiolia's hidden needle and armor set. Okay. Oh, wow. It's lighter than the fist wraps? The art should have been 0, actually. They shouldn't have any weight. But okay. Thiolia's hidden needle. Eternal sleep buildup requires intelligence and dexterity to wield. Concealed weapon used by Thiolia. of a design generally favored by poison wielders for dark and subtle purposes. Like Saint Trina, who blossomed in the deep purple garden, a rich poison is secreted from within, which sends its victims into an eternal sleep. Skill Sleep Forevermore. Pierces the enemy deeply with a poison-coated needle that delivers eternal sleep. If the follow-up strike lands upon a foe who is already in a state of slumber or eternal sleep, it will deal significant damage. And what's the moveset? It's a fist weapon. Yeah, it's literally a fist weapon. Okay. Not much to it, it seems. Then the armor. Where is Thiolier's armor? There it is. The ashes impaling, basically impaling thrust, yes. So, if there were no new changes, 6 Miquella stations, yes, 6 of them. Thiolier's mask. A mask upon which is carved a tranquil sleeping face. The silver hair is arranged in the same style as Saint Trina's, increasing arcane by 3 points. Just once Thiolier was granted the sweet repose of velvety sleep. The remainder of his days would be spent attempting to recapture it. What about the armor? Dark attire of those who wield poison in secret. Silver hair arranged the same style as Saint Trina. Increased arcane by 2. So for now, the total set increases it by 5. Additionally, countless needles are sewn onto the exterior, apparently for talismanic effect. So the set so far increases... Yeah, the set just increases arcane by 5 with the chest piece and the helmet. And here, who is this? Oh, it's Ansbach, or Ansbach. Wise Man's Mask. Ansbach's attire. Ansbach's machetes. Ansbach's boots. Obsidiana lamina. And Furious Blade of Ansbach. Okay. So we got his scythe. Signature weapon of the pure blood knight Ansbach, a viciously keen and slender scythe made for combat. Arcane and dex weapon with blood loss, so and deals only physical damage, so it's just like the bloody Helis. The obsidian edge relies not upon trickery to fulfill its violent purpose, though through skill alone, the wielder can rip and rend through foes, sowing blossoms of red upon the battlefield. So it's the standard scythe moveset. Oh, this is different. Unique heavies. Yep, these heavies are unique. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun weapon. And the skill? I assume. Alright. So the skill is dodge back. And then if you want, you can charge it like this to catch people off guard. Uses 7 and 9. I assume uses 9 twice. Where is... And then we have his armor. I am sorry if you guys are hearing the sounds of drums. I don't know why that is. But I'm gonna wait until it stops. Actually, until it stops, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Memories broken, the truth goes unspoken. I've even forgotten my name. I don't know the season or what is the reason I'm standing here holding my pain. A desolate place without any trace. It's only the cold wind I feel. It's me that I spy as I stand up and fight. The only thing I know for real, there will be blood shed. The man in the mirror nods his head. The only one left. We're right up on the dragon's back because the mountains don't give back what they take. Oh no, there will be blood. Shed. It's the only thing I.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, it's literally Dynasty's finesse, Danny boy. You got it right. All right. Ansbach's armor. Shit, really light. The Iron Mask of Sir Ansbach, giving the appearance of a quiet, wise, old bearded man. But an old fear lurks beneath, together with the cold, unflinching discipline that once honed his blade, now employed to enhance blood oath and dynastic skills. Ooh! So this increases the damage of blood oath. It's probably what's the name of it? Blood incantations. Or is it only blood oath skills? Because if that is the case, then it's just bleeding skills. That might be it, actually. And the armor is probably up here as well. Star of Sir Ansbach, the embroidered crest of the Pureblood Knights, has now all but faded away. As his blood oath and dynastic skills, Ansbach understood that keeping his oath to his old master was not an act of logic, nor would it bear any justice, but it was for these very reasons he was unable to let go. Anything on the gauntlets? Oh, interesting. So the whole set increases the dynastic skills. Blood oaths. Don't forget the spell. Yep, you're right. Take a look at that spell then. I assume it's gonna be... Yeah, there it is. Furious Blade of Ansbach. The incantation of Ansbach, Pureblood Knight, uses a blood flame blade from the side of the hand and then lunges at enemies to cleave through them, charged to increase the number of slashes. Markedly different from the finessed swordplay of the Dynast. This is an aggressive last resort of an incantation that gave rise to Ansbach's fearsome reputation. 27 arcane and 19 faith. So it is the top spell for faith arcane builds. Is this thing. Requires 18 FP to cast. The mix-up potential for this and this is gonna be something else, isn't it? Oh yeah, I also forgot to check Hydra's Flame. Oh no, we did check it before. I just so when I acquired it later on. Summer's Flame. Alright. Now, question is, what the fuck is this thing? Flashbang!
Lord brother. I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow,
you will, Nick. Circlet of Light. Legendary item. It'd be... Ooh, increases arcane faith and intelligence by 1, so pretty fucking useless. Circlet of Light, which adorned Miquella's head as he returned in divine aspect, has begun to fade into nothingness. Slightly boosts 3 stats and the power of Miquella's light. The circle was to be the very foundation upon which Miquella's Age of Compassion would be built, should it have ever come to pass. So the circle. You mean like the eclipse circle? Good thing it never fucking came to pass, isn't it? Now let's see. Can I go up to this? I cannot. What the fuck is this thing anyway? Gate of Divinity. Oh, that explains what Marika did here. With the whole Elden Ring thing. The gate on which you can become a god. These horn scent? These are horn scent. But now it begs the question, what the hell is the Gate of Divinity? Can I read what it is? No, I can't. Okay. To the Grace Table. Yes. Only option we have left. Power from remembrance. The only remembrance in the whole game that you can get 3 things from. Great Sword of Black Steel wielded by Radahn in his youth. Both of them have the same description. A pair of weapons decorated with a lion mane motif and the rune of gravity on the blade. These were in his possession immediately before his triumph over the stars, the swords of a lord who does not rely on physical strength and gravity alone. The stats beg to differ. Okay. Promised Consort, imbue 2 great swords with the light of Miquella and then deliver a slashing attack accompanied by columns of light. Additional input allows for up to 2 follow-up attacks. Light speed slash, assume a luminous form and leap forward to deliver a downward slash at the speed of light. This attack will be followed up by an additional light attack, charged to increase the power of the skill and number of follow-up attacks. Okay? But it's just a single use, so I guess it's that charge that he does with multiple things, and this is those big moves that summon light after the sword. Miquella's light, or light of Miquella, annihilates foes with a pillar of light. Strength of Miquella upon his deific return, wielded as an incantation. Miquella sought to accept all that was and would be, but found one that refused to be embraced. No wonder, as one god and one king consort is all the world needs. Yeah, the world only needs one, Miquella. Stand in my way. Equipment of champions. Can we get his armor? Yes, we can. It's worse than this armor, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, if you want to cosplay Radahn, why would you pick his young armor instead of this one when the stats are better? I mean, I guess it probably looks cooler, but It's a much harder boss, so it should be at least the same stats. Come on. The golden helm worn by Radahn in his younger years, proudly displaying his heroic red hair. It is fitting attire for a lion. When Melania, Blade of Miquella, let the wrought flower blossom in Aeonia, Radahn heard a murmur in his ear. Miquella awaits thee, O promised consort. That's probably what she sounded like. Same thing. Adorned with red heroic assets. Why are they passing by again, dude? Like, listen, you wanna play your music, fine, but come on, man. You gotta do it at night at this hour? And the worst part is they probably have a permit for it. And it's not even good music. Can you guys hear it? Come on. Yeah, it's parade. It's like they are trying to. I don't know what kind of parade this is. Like, Brazilian independence is still 3 months away. Well, actually 2 months away, so okay. I guess I can bitch and moan that much. Merchant, that's what I used. There we go. Of these. Alright, now here's the question. Can I tell Gideon about the DLC and the stuff that I did? About the Lord of Blood's cocoon.
Ah, I see. So Miquella was with the Lord of Blood after all. That is some fine intelligence indeed. With it, the final clue has been brought into the light. One of the last few pieces of the round table. I need to put everything together. As promised, allow me to impart to you the last of the secret rites, known only to me. Well, I wonder what... If he continues his slumber within the cocoon, but perhaps it would be safer to Miquella's though.
Okay, so...
I'd expect to fail, but I suppose. My information a secret. You are a true.
So nothing new.
Oh, it's a fitting let him stay. But if whatever. Information and it is. You are a true. Oh, and she got Raz's mask, but now finished.
I just located Miquella and I get no dialogue from Gideon. Seriously? I don't need 2 of these. What is the other thing that he gave me? Yeah, okay. Is there anything that I want to buy? I guess getting Miquella's Light is not a bad choice. No reason to get it. Let's see. Let's see. I want to spend these room somewhere. There we go. There is... Fortunately, there is no grace on the suppressing pillar. We're just gonna go to the Gate of Divinity. So, let's talk about the DLC. Was it interesting? It was very good. I loved a lot of the boss fights. They were very interesting. They were very fun. The problem with it is there isn't much overlap with the base game. The bosses, they are a little bit too aggressive, with giving you next to no opportunity to heal or, you know, counter attack if you got hit. It feels very much the blocking tier feels very much like a tackled on thing that they put in the game after they thought, okay, people have been asking for this. Instead of putting it in the base game, we're just gonna put a tier that allows you to do that for 5 minutes. I haven't tested out all of the summons. The NPC storylines, they were very intriguing, but how do I put this? There isn't really a lot of investment into them outside of Ansbach and Saint Trina, like in Tiolier. Because everybody else is pretty cut and dry on what they're gonna do. I was expecting Freya to become an ally, actually, once she learned what Miquella was planning to do. But I guess for her, it's like, Radahn is coming back, and he's coming back as what he once was. So I can see the point where, where she's coming from with this. I'm a little disappointed that Mohg's shackle did not work on the first place, considering it's Mohg's body, but I guess the shackle probably is tied to Mohg's soul instead. Radahn being the final boss, I think, is the biggest disappointment of all. Because everything in the base game points towards Miquella wanting Godwyn to, you know, like wanting to spend time with his brother. Miquella has an implicit fascination with Godwyn, and then it's just, oh no, he actually is infatuated by Radahn. And I guess Radahn can be considered as kind from his remembrance, because he learns how to conquer the stars and gravity magic so he can ride his steed. But even then, Radahn is ruthless when it comes to combat, and he enjoys war very much. Godwyn, I guess, also falls in the same vein, but when it came the time to finish off his greatest foe, Fortisax, Godwyn spared him and formed a friendship. That is a lot more compassionate than anything that Radahn has ever done. Although it does tie neatly together why Malenia went to face Radahn in the Caelid Wilds and what she whispered in his ear when we saw the trailer of Melania the Severed fighting General Radahn, the Conqueror of the Stars. That gives us an answer. But having Godwin be a non-factor is a little disappointing. Bale's lore is interesting as well, with the fact that he is the first of the Drakes, along with Grail, and they are the father of all the dragons, and Placidus Sax making the Dragon Communion cult ties neatly gameplay and story together, because none of the ancient dragons drop a dragon heart. Only the Drakes drop dragon hearts. So like Agheel, the Magma Worms, Borealis. It's weird that the Ghost Frame dragons drop them. Mesmer, I didn't get much of a fight against him because I summoned the Horn Scent. That was a little unfortunate, but Mesmer was very, very interesting, very cool fight. Everything else just kind of blends in together. Oh no, Relana. Relana was very fun. Relana was very fun. We are going to actually talk about all of this right now on the... but closing thoughts, DLC is very good. It feels less like a DLC and more like a... how do I say this? More like a sequel or something akin to it. Like it's a DLC with at the size of a sequel. So let me open Firefox, because now we're gonna do something else. We're gonna do a tier list of the DLC bosses. So a total of... oh my god! We got a total of 99 deaths. Look, it's 84. I moved to a new counter. 84 deaths, 15 Radahns, totals to a 99 death. One death less than 100. Although, again, I use Mimic tier, so... let's move to display capture. Let's talk about them bosses. Music might be a little bit too loud though. Let me yeah, that should be good enough. All right, let's talk bosses. First boss that shows up here on the tier list is Ancient Dragon Man. Ancient Dragon Man is a D. Ancient Dragon Man is a D because although it has lore and it's a hyping for the... what's the name of it? It's hyping up the transformation for a dragon. It doesn't really... how do I put this? Let me just change the string title. Post DLC Hawk. And we're gonna move to just chatting category. There we go. No, it's not just an invader. He's an invader and he's also a boss fight, and he has all this lore about being the one who determines whom is worthy of facing Baal the Dread. But besides that, there isn't much to him. Ancient Dragon Senesax. It is an F fight. Because it's the exact same fight as the other ancient dragons in the rest of the game. Save for the lightning spreading on the water. It's just an ancient dragon, exactly. It has no new moves, literally none. The only thing that is different is the AoE effect of the lightning on the water, which isn't even new because Fortisax has that. The only thing that changed is they increased the height of the AoE so you can't jump over it. Baal. So Baal's presentation is very interesting. It's a very cool thing. The problem with Baal is threefold. First one, he's too aggressive. His aggression is not the problem. I'm gonna get this out of the way. He's aggressive enough. The problem is on phase 2, he gets after effects after he attacks. And he's very much aggressive to the point where you spend most of the time dodging the fighting the boss. The second one is the lock-on. You can only lock onto his head. And until I finished the DLC and looked Baal's lore after it, I did not know that the second weak point for Baal is his stumpy leg. Usually there is a second lock-on, like dragons have multiple lock-ons. And From Software should have done that. The last and the most problematic part about Baal is the camera. The camera is too close, and the enclosure of the arena and how far he moves when he attacks, you are eventually gonna end up against a wall unless you circle around him. And the only way I can think about fighting Baal now is, after I've seen Asmongold do it, is blocking. You block with a big shield and then you attack with a spear or a great spear, or even a heavy thrusting sword or a normal thrusting sword. And that is a really boring way to play it when the fight is supposed to be this big badass dragon that stood up against his lord and he's feared by everyone. He's literally called the Dread. And that's why Baal goes just slightly above Ancient Dragon Man. The two Black Knights, they go on E. They are an E fight because it's just a mob enemy with a health bar. There's nothing special about them. Edward, you can be said that there is one thing special about him. They're not even peak mid, they're low mid, the Black Knights. Because the only thing that I can think of special is Edward uses the Wings of the Crucible aspect, Ash of War, and even then there is another knight that you find in the same zone, the Shadow Altus, that is capable of using the same attacks. Just doesn't spam it as much. Black Gel Knight, NPC, is a D tier. Blood Chief, same thing as the other Black Knights. Not much else to say. Commander Gaius. Gaius is a big issue. His problem isn't the camera, it's the hitboxes. There are hitboxes on him that hit you 3 times if you block it. The boar attacks, the hyper-aggression, the constantly needing of spamming dodges, he is a very annoying fight to deal with. I'm going to put him at the bottom of D tier because unlike the other ones, he's not recycled boss, but he's still not fun to fight. Count Ymir. Ymir is pathetic. Ymir is a pathetic boss, actually. He has lore implications, yes, but it's not him that has the lore, it's the boss that you fight because of him. He's just a quest giver, and he just informs you about the lore before you fight the boss. That's all that he does. And he gives you new spells. But as a boss fight, non-consequential. Curse Blade. Another repeat. Dancer. Same thing. The Death Knights. Both Death Knights are really cool fights. They are very fantastic. They have an interesting move set. They have a second phase to them. Their grab attack is beautiful. And I mean that in the most literal sense. The grab attack is beautiful. It's fantastic. You can jump over it. You can run from it. You can dodge to the side. Their lightning attacks they are just phenomenal lore-wise. The only problem with them, and the reason why they're not S tier, is because they are searching for Godwin's circuit bodies. But Godwin isn't there. Is not in the Shadow of the Earth tree. Is nowhere there. Now there's a theory that Godwin is the body in the cocoon, but Gideon says that it's literally Miquella that is in the cocoon, so that's conflicting information. And it's really sad that Miquella chose to revive Radahn instead of Godwin, because imagine instead of Radahn, if the final boss was Godwin and Miquella, instead of Radahn and Miquella. And we got to see lightning and holy, like holy lightning from Godwin, the way it's described in the lore. That would have been fantastic. And since we're speaking of it, we're gonna jump right into it. Radahn is a C. Like, the first phase of the fight, the new moves, they're very, very interesting. But the after effects, all of the bullshit that gets pulled on the second phase, it's very disappointing. Like, the presentation and the boss fight are cool, but they are disappointing. The Deathrite Bird. This is an F. Deathrite Bird in the DLC is the lowest of the lowest bosses. Because it's just a Deathrite Bird with increased health and ads. That is the only reason that it's difficult. And it's the same difficulty that is in Godskin Duo. It's because of the ads. It's because of the second. In Godskin Duo is because of the Apostle and the Noble fighting you together. In this, it's just because of the Grave Birds fighting you with the Death Bird. Demi-Human Queen. Again, repeat boss. It's an F. Repeat boss with ads. Swordmaster Onzi. This is a B. This is a B because there aren't many lore implications. The lore isn't really that fleshed out. But the fight itself is really cool. It's like fighting Yoda. It's like fighting Yoda, and it's really fun. It's fantastic. Making you lower tier for the Furnace Golems? Nah, no reason to do it. We're gonna get to the Furnace Golems in a bit. It was like B, yeah. It becomes a trash mob later. There is a second one that you find, that you fight. Let's see. Divine Beast. Divine Beast. Right here. Actually, no. Above Bale. Divine Beast is better than Bale because it's not as big and it gives you more windows. You have more windows of opportunity. It moves slowly after it attacks if you're far enough away. Post its attacks, you can jump off its breath weapons. That's a really cool use of the jumping mechanic. It is an interesting fight, but the second one can go fuck itself because it's the same problem with the ads. Falling Star Beast. It's not buffed. It's just another Star Beast, although it's not as bad as the dragons. I enjoy fighting the Star Beasts more than the dragons because I think they are more unique. But yeah, the camera on the Divine Beast, if it got back, like, if it was only at least 5% back, only 5% back, farther back from the player character, when you fight it would have been a lot better of a fight. And we know they can pull the camera back because when the Divine Beast does its buffing and changes elements, the camera pulls back. Furnace Golems. Right here. Furnace Golems are very annoying. There are way too many of them. They are not interesting to fight. They are a boring fire giant version. They have interesting lore implications, yes. They are very important to the lore, but besides that, and the only reason it's above the Deathrite Bird, the only reason is because Deathrite Birds have ads with it that it cannot hurt with its attacks, as far as I could tell. First Ghost Flame Dragon. Fantastic fight. I love it. I love the Ghost Flame Dragons. I am disappointed that we didn't get a Frenzy Dragon, but the first Ghost Flame Dragon is really fun. The second one, which is the one with the ads, can fuck right off. It's worse than the Furnace Golems. Has the same problem. It's worse than the Deathrite Bird, actually. Golden Hippo. Barely reaches the top of E tier. Because despite the second phase, it is just a big hippopotamus that you kill in the open world. Very easy. Yeah, I'm not... It's not really about the ease or the difficulty of it. It's just... like, why? There is no reason for it to be there guarding the main gate. I was expecting something more from the boss at the entrance of the castle. Jagged Peak Drakes. This is gonna be controversial. But the new moves of the Jagged Peak Drakes make them on par with the Ghost Flame Dragons. Because they actually have the same new moves. And the second one that you fight, the second Jagged Peak Drake you fight, is actually fighting a normal dragon, and so you can spot the difference between them. It's better fighting them than fighting Bale. Lamenter. NPC boss with an insta-kill mechanic. Worse than Gaius. It's very poorly telegraphed, you're right, and there is no way to get rid of it. So if you fail at one of the phases, you die. I mean, it's an interesting way to kill a player, but it feels cheap. Mesmer. Mesmer is S tier. Mesmer is a fantastic fight. Mesmer is absolutely amazing. Second phase is a little easier, at least for me, because it is. I don't know if it's the same, but it's very similar to the moves of the Shadows of Yharnam in Bloodborne. And so Mesmer is fantastic for that reason. Like, it's a way for people that can't play Bloodborne to experience that fight on the second one, on the second phase. And he's barely teetering into the edge of unfairness because of how fast he can get into a combo. But he's more fair than Malenia, because Malenia has that stupid healing mechanic on a hit, regardless if you're blocking or not. Meteor is at the top of B. She's an interesting design. The design of her is very interesting. Again, the only problem with her, in my opinion, is that the camera is not pulled back enough. Like, it could have used a little bit of pullback on the camera yet again. But the design, the moves, it's very interesting. It was, at least for me, a very fun fight. And the lore implications of it are pretty significant, but not as much. Midra is S tier. Midra is an S tier boss fight. Very reminiscent of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. He has very clear swings. Very clear attacks. Even when he's about to cast his spells from his head, you can see that the head changes despite the particle effects. The hair, like the center of the head, changes in size, so you can tell when he's going to use it. The dagger is a really useful thing for him to have on his offhand to stop you from just spamming him. Putrescent Knight. Putrescent Knight is an interesting fight. It's a horse on top of a horse, but it's not better than Demi-Human Onze. The throwing of the guillotine is very fun. Constantly running away. I didn't have that issue because I had an Ash of War that could chase him down. But even then, it is particularly annoying to deal with him, I imagine, with the chase downs. Rayla and Rugalea. We can put both of these together. Right here. Because it is... like, it's a rune... yes, it is just a rune bear. But in the base game, you don't tend to fight rune bears. Like, you have to fight one that is a boss in a cave. But all the other ones you can just run away. These ones are not as annoying as the rune bears because their attacks are more... they show what they're going to do better. And they don't have the stupid rune bear roar into a charge into the middle of nowhere, and then it carries you with its hitbox, and then it does the same charge again. They don't have that attack. Red Bear, again, another NPC. Relana, top boss design. It's Pontiff Sullivan with Malenia and no healing. She has a clear exploitative weakness, which is her two of them, which is one is trading, the other one is lightning. You can very easily kill her with lightning because she's on a puddle of water. The lore implications of her are very cool. The style, the feel of the fight, it feels like a dance. Exactly there, right there. The fight is a dance, exactly. Got it right on point. It's as it should be. Romina, Saint of the Bud. Romina is not an S tier. The only reason she's not S tier for me is because she is... If you know what you're doing, she's a little bit too easy. Also, she doesn't have that much of a fleshed out lore. But she compensates for that with, like, if you just stick to her side, she's not able to hit you very well. She can't do much, and as long as you can catch up to her when she does those spins, she always ends up, if you can just do a little bit of running, you always end up right next to her, and the only thing she can do is attack you with her halberd. And when she attacks you with the pole arm, she tends to miss more often than she hits. Scatter Tree Avatar. Right here. It is very annoying with the barbs, but everything else besides how to dodge the barbs, it's a fantastic 3-phase boss. 3 different ones. If you take the riposte, the next ones feel the pain because they are connected and they take a 20% damage to their health bar when they spawn. Really fun fight. We're gonna jump this Rakshasa again. All of these Mausoleum Spirits, although I know one is below the other, they are in the same level. It's the same NPC fight that if you play PvP, you know how it goes. 3 Sentinel. Right here. Actually over here. That's where they go. Go to the bottom. The same fight, we fought them again. They just have more HP. And Jory the Elder Inquisitor. I'm gonna put Jory here. In the middle of C. Because he's very mid-tier boss. It killed me once, but... And I've seen like people complaining about the ads. The ads are not that much of a problem. You kill them in a single hit. One hit is all it takes to kill the ads. The teleporting around is a little bit annoying, but if you have a ranged weapon along with you, catching up to him is not that difficult. And he also is very easy to stagger. Not to, stun and like to break his stance and then get a riposte. That's not very easy, but staggering him out of attacks is a lot easier to do, especially if you have a big weapon. So yeah, that is my tier list. I don't know how people think that Bale is such a good fight. Bale, I'm gonna say this. Bale is such a problematic boss with the mechanical aspects of it. And Midir just blows Bale out of the water. What they could have done at the top of Jagged Peak, something that I think nobody would complain, just to grab Midir, reduce his size a little bit, and there you go. There's your Bale. Give him some wounds like the wounds that he has on like his claws, like remove 2 of his wings. Do that. But do that to change a little bit. But Bale looks just like a crippled fat dragon. That's all he is. Also too many fucking furnace golems. And still, what makes the furnace golems even worse is that none of them drop an arcane tier. We got everything, including probably the most useless tier of all, 10 seconds of infinite stamina. But we still don't have a plus 10 increase to arcane. Even worse, we got one that oils you and oils enemies around you. There is a flame shrouding tier for a reason. That's the reason for it. But I guess with all of that said, there isn't much else for us to do, I think. Except raiding someone. Let me see somebody that we can raid. Oh, I know whom we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Nina. Now, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming by. Make sure you copy the raid messages and post them once we reach the raid. If you're watching the VOD or the beat on YouTube or on Twitch, make sure to follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube if you want to give me some financial support. You can always sub or send in bits or directly donate. If you enjoyed it, sure, give it a like on YouTube and a comment if you have any disagreeing opinions. But this has been pretty fun. A total deaths of 99. Actually, that is a thing that we're gonna do. Actually, instead, the raid message is gonna be... gonna be this, or you know, the one with this is gonna be, these are gonna be our raid messages. Again, thank you very much for coming by. I'll see you guys on the other side.